It's what?
Should I come in now?
No, hold on a second. Oh, Kristen, hold on, Kristen. No, wait. This is live, people. Anyways, it is December 1st, which means, yay, it's all things TQS Block of the Month 2022. So, thank you, Karen. I will tell John that, and he's watching too. So I got a couple things I want to talk about before we get going as people load on. Well, first of all, I want to tell you that the embroidery class is starting on Monday. I know it got a little confusing. We said right after United States Thanksgiving, but we didn't want to take away from the BOM that Irene Blanck did. I mean, this is just spectacular. And again, it's the BOM 2023 or 2022. And no, you don't get the BOM, you get the pattern if you're a star member. I got reprimanded for that. Brand new star member, Carol Ann, yay! Star member, you get the pattern for free. Before we get going, I want to share something pretty special with you. Terry Lucas is a friend of mine, and she's an extraordinary machine quilter. There was an exhibit that Patricia Bolton put on, Pokey Bolton, and it was in honor of the late Yvonne Porcella. And we were to make quilts a certain size, and it debuted at the Alden Lane Quilt Show a couple years ago. So Terry made her quilt not intended for me, and I can't exactly remember what transpired, but she gifted me the quilt. And so I want to share it with you. Again, machine quilting extraordinaire. She's got a fabulous book out, and I'll get some close-ups of it, but look at this. I mean, look at this, all machine work. And it's called Let Your Light Shine. Look at that. Wow. I just got it yesterday. I have to do close-up here. Got to get some close-up. I mean, I could study this for hours. And as we were getting ready, Kristen looked at this here. Look at this micro stippling. And I think actually that's coming up on one of our shows on how to do this. Look at this. Kristen wanted to know how old you are, Terry, because how in the world can you even see like that? I mean, just to study this. And since I've started to learn to machine quilt, I got to tell you, Terry, I'm seeing it with new eyes, completely different eyes. Look at this. And the threads. Her book is about using different threads and the effects that you get off it and this and that. The other thing you need to know is that Terry bought Paula Reed's company, Bat Scooters, because Paula retired. She said she wanted to stay home and sleep next to her husband. And, uh-oh. And these are these little foamy things that you use to help manipulate your quilting. And I have to tell you, they're fabulous. You use something like this with a silicone pad on your machine top, and you are good to go. All right, so let me get this out of the way. And I am very pleased to bring to you Kristen. I'm going to say it wrong. Kristen Goodert. Godare. She's married to a French man. Okay, don't sit down yet. Okay, look at this coat she did, you guys. And I'm going to be the cameraman here. Okay, I'm going to come here and go here. Tell us about this coat.
So I was at show taping for our show with Sandra Johnson, and one of the things Sandra did was make a quilted coat or show some quilted garments that she
they were
made.
they were killer.
So cute.
Yeah.
And so I ran right home and I bought a vintage quilt because I was kind of lazy and I didn't want to make a whole quilt and quilt it. But you can also do that. I bought a vintage quilt and
I gotta ask you, was it ratty in parts?
No.
Yes, it was ratty in parts. It was. Well, Sandra had a whole thing on that too. It was You can stick it in a trunk or you can wear it and have everybody enjoy it.
Yes, and I also will say that there were many quilts that I did not choose because they were just beautiful. They were either old enough that I thought, no, nobody should make this into a coat.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is probably from the 50s or the 60s.
Yeah,
it's not a big deal. I'm not cutting up anybody's heirloom.
Stay away from my quilt.
Because
Stay
I
away
wouldn't
from
do that. Yes, so I used a pattern called, I'm not going to be able to remember the name of it. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to remember the pattern. But if you go back to Sandra Johnson's show, in our blog at that time, we talk about this coat and the pattern if anybody's interested.
And it's 2805.
Oh, you're good.
Well, no, I have it written down. So okay.
So I'm going to take this off,
Yeah.
though.
It's so funny because in getting ready here, it's the first time you've worn it.
Yes. You're going to tell, huh?
Go ahead.
You're going to dish. Okay, so standing, we were chatting, getting ready, something poked my leg. I reached down and felt something hard and pointy and
the needle still.
I don't know if you can see this,
Yes,
but attached to the side of the coat, a needle and thread. It's red, so I was clearly doing something with the red lining. I don't know what, but yeah, not quite finished, I guess. So just put that back there where it came from.
There we go. There we go. Very hilarious. So okay, who is Kristen? Kristen works at the Quilt Show, and you are a director of marketing, and you do a lot of other things too. What do you do?
I do many things. I put products in the store. I select products for the store. I do photography, and one of the big things that I do is I put together kits for projects, and I put together this quilt kit,
Which went for sale this morning.
Yes, it did.
And this was really, we're going to show it to you. Okay, we're going to break into it, but I want to talk about it because this quilt is very peculiar in as much as it's a scrap quilt from Irene's stash. So that put a whole thing into it. Tell us about that.
So, well, usually our process when we make a quilt kit is the designer picks fabrics, then they design and make the quilt so we know how much of each fabric to order, and then we order those fabrics.
Usually one fabric company.
Yeah, usually one fabric
Right.
company. Irene, that's not Irene's jam. She doesn't like one fabric company. You can see all the different fabrics. One fabric company was going to be really difficult for her, and that is, we love Irene, and that's why we wanted to work with her. So we didn't want to cramp her style at all. So we just told her, well, that's fine, no problem. We'll work with lots of different fabric companies. Well, when we started picking the fabrics initially, because of COVID, Irene picked all these fabrics that she liked, great. Once we started looking into it, we found that because everybody had gone crazy ordering fabrics during COVID and the fabric manufacturers were impacted, they weren't able to make make the fabric as quickly. It was really clear that by the time that all the fabrics we picked, once the quilt was done, and Irene made this quilt really fast. So
I know.
Once this quilt was done, half the fabrics were not available, and we kind of knew that might happen going in. So a little different this year. What we did, we took the quilt. We had a list of the fabrics Irene used. What we could get, we got, and what we couldn't get, we found substitutions for. And initially, we were a little trepidatious about that, but I think the result was very exciting.
Oh, they're beautiful. We'll show everybody here in a minute.
Exactly. So happy. I was so excited when I saw the kit. I first saw this kit this past Saturday, and it's just beautiful. It's so colorful and vivid. I think the biggest difference with the fabrics, our background fabrics, just because of what was available, our background fabrics for these parts, just this general light color background, ours are going to be a little bit lighter. But aside from that, it's bright, it's fun, it's vivid. I think you guys will love it.
And how many manufacturers for how many pieces of fabric?
54 pieces of fabric from 10 different manufacturers.
And she
This
didn't
was
quit.
like a masterwork putting this together. But the other really important thing to know is because of that, a lot of times when we have a block of the month kit, if it sells out, we can get more. This one, no, we cannot. The fabrics are gone, and just getting it all together, we won't be able to.
How long did it take you?
It took about a week straight of finding fabrics and coordinating, because another thing that made it difficult was we need a large quantity of fabric. If I want this fabric, and this fabric we do have in the kit.
Okay. You would know.
If I want this fabric, I only need 500 yards of it. So that's not necessarily, a manufacturer may have it, but that's a really large quantity and that's a really large order for any manufacturer.
Right.
So just, going through the whole process of finding fabrics that were in stock, and then working with the fabric companies who were so great in making sure that we got everything we asked for exactly.
And I'm going to say this on the tail on that is that went up last night or something in the middle of the night. We've already sold a quarter. We're going to sell out. So
we're going to sell out.
We're going to
Don't
sell.
wait.
Don't wait. And I'm not trying to
Yeah.
be a car salesman or something, but if you want it, don't wait.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, it's upside down. So I am going. By the way, I love that. The garden party down under. Kristen, I'm going to let you take us on a walkthrough.
Okay.
And hey, everybody, there's no way we're going to get it back in this bag. There's just no way. So if you get this kit, this one, the one right here, I'm going to throw in an autographed block from the basket sampler and a ring of the 80 weight. So you'll know that your piece is famous. Let's just put it that way.
Those 80 weight threads are just the thing. You'll have a thread to match every color of fabric in the kit. So,
right. And we are going to go through the add-on kit if you're going to do it with your own scraps.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so what do we have going on here, lady?
All right, so put this over here. This fabric, this is the fabric for the outer border. Something very important to know. Oh, well, first, you want to put this fabric aside. You don't
cut into it.
A good idea is to follow Barbara's lives or watch her videos. She'll tell you everything to do.
Okay, then the other thing is, Julianne, welcome. I'm gonna go at the end of this broadcast and tell you where to get it and what to do and where to get the fabric requirements and all that. So relax on that, we'll go there. But this was a surprise to you, what you're gonna show right now.
Yes.
Set it aside.
So I went to photograph this kit and I took the whole thing apart and thought, oh my gosh, the binding fabric is not here. Where is the binding fabric?
Oh, peekaboo! There it is.
Away inside. I'm gonna have to unfold the whole.
No, I'm telling you, that's
really
what
hidden in here.
Someone's gonna win this.
Yes. So your binding fabric is folded inside this gray stripe fabric, and I think they did that because these two things need to be put aside and
Gotcha.
not cut up and used for.
So, Kristen, that is the vase in the center. Is there another cut of it in there?
Yes.
Okay.
There is, and we will see that.
Here.
So we'll put that
Let me get out of
aside.
here. I'm gonna make Suzanne sweat.
I know Suzanne makes such a beautiful. When she puts together our kits, she does such a beautiful job. Messiness goes against her grain. Okay, so these are more background fabrics. I think there are 5 all total, and I'm just going to pull this back. You can see these two folded together, polka dots, and then a basket weave.
This must make you real. I mean, I don't know, Kristen. I don't know how you do this, but this must have made you really happy.
When I saw the quilt, when I saw the kit and I took it apart to photograph it, I was just like, wow, that is gorgeous. Okay, and so 2 more, these
backgrounds.
Are both from Moda, 2 more background fabrics, one with writing.
And truly, this is lighter than Irene's.
Yes.
Okay, now this is where.
Okay, now this is the fun. This is the fun part. And sorry, whoever gets this. Okay, these are fat quarters. There are everything you see from here on out will be fat quarters or 10-inch squares, but mostly fat quarters. So these are all for all of the diamonds around the edge of the quilt and the applique flowers. The vases are on the quilt are going to be the 10-inch squares. So just beautiful. Oops, missed one. I'm going to go through them quick because there are a lot.
Isn't that fun though to spend other people's money?
You know what? I have to say, it actually is. Selecting.
Oh, I love that blue.
I know,
yeah.
Isn't that pretty? Selecting fabrics or products for the store in general, always fun.
Always
fun because it's not your money. I think this is.
That's a
cave.
Yep. Yeah. I know that inside and out.
Yep.
Look at these. So I mean, what a great. I love. Who's it? Okay.
That
do you know
is Andover. I believe that is Sugar Pop.
Okay. Here, go ahead. You're more nimble than I. Isn't this fun, you guys?
I hope I didn't make sure the last one was in view. I hope it was.
Yeah, it was. I'm,
Okay, good. Yeah, no,
I'm
you
the
would have
camera
moved it.
operator. Look at this.
Oop, this one's harder. To
I
get
think
apart.
I think what I'm seeing here is fresh, new, bright colors. Like I mean, look at that.
I know, I love this one.
Yeah.
I think this is from Paintbrush Studios.
Look at
Look at this line.
so cute. Here comes John. What do you want to say?
Twisted loud.
Oh, louder.
Oh, I need to speak more loudly. I'm sorry if you didn't hear me earlier.
There we go. I'm bringing in the mic. Look at
Okay,
this.
there was that one. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fabrics. Just so fun and sort of rainbowy and bright.
Yes, Jen, you get it all at once.
Yes.
All of it. In fact, we're waiting for one little piece that's supposed to come today, and we'll talk about that in a moment, of what you need to get if you're doing it with your own versus what is coming in the kit and all of that.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
This is for the corners of the big block in the middle. Yay! Okay.
More?
One more. Oh, we have to.
Okay, see, let me show you something,
Okay,
Kristen.
show
Go
me,
ahead.
Alex.
I love that everything isn't matchy-matchy. And that's one of my things, like when you're working with greens, put them all in. And that's the beauty of a good scrap quilt.
And I have to say, that's also kind of Irene and Australian quilters.
Oh, really?
In general. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not all matchy-matchy. It's just, and they have that certain look about them that's so cool. I just
Yeah.
love them.
Okay, and then let's look at the base
Okay,
fabric.
Base fabric.
'Cause
Where
I-
are you?
oh.
Hidden away underneath. Oh, and one more background fabric.
Okay, put that over there.
Put that over there.
Okay.
Okay, and let's.
Because then I want to get to the ancillary
Okay,
kit too.
and I also have a funny story about one of these little base.
Okay.
These vase fabrics. Okay, so there are the vase fabrics.
Are you guys
This is
drooling?
this is the middle vase, and this is the one that's also the binding.
Okay.
I love that one. Very mid-century. I like that. This one too.
It's like fried eggs.
Aboriginal print.
I was gonna say, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I love these. Kristen, I own that in another
You have
color,
that?
right? Yeah.
That's a pretty one. It's been around for a long time because it's a good one.
Okay. Are
Some
those birds or
birds.
airplanes?
Yes, birds.
Okay.
Okay. And this one, funny story.
Oh,
I did not realize it had little mice on it. They're so cute.
they're so cute.
I know.
Okay, we're all gonna give her right now a round of applause.
Yay, thank you.
Woo! Okay, so let me, again, you guys don't wait. So again, if you get this kit and because we have just messed with it big time.
Actually, this one's not too bad. You
Yeah,
should
well,
see the
I'm not-
one I
I-
use for photography. It's
Oh,
like
all over the
everything
place?
everywhere. Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay, so there's some important, okay, you can do this on your own without us, and I'll show you how to get the pattern and the resource guide, not the pattern, the fabric requirements and all that. So we'll get there in a moment. But you might want to consider the ancillary kit, and then you want to talk about the papers that come with
I
this.
was just thinking that
Okay.
we forgot to mention with the kit, the fabric kit, you get English paper piecing papers to
Let's
make,
show it for a while.
Yes, they are to make my on the yes. This piece
You have to face
right
the camera.
here.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go behind this.
yeah, okay,
This piece
right there.
this
Yeah,
piece
yeah.
right here
Uh-huh.
and these diamonds.
Okay, so if you get the kit, it's gonna be in the kit, everyone. If you don't get the kit and you want those, you don't have to get them, but we will have those. Are they
Yes.
up on the site for sale?
No, they're not yet because we just wanted to make sure that they're when they're coming in.
Okay.
So, but they will come in your kit and they will be up on the site for sale very shortly, we anticipate. So
Okay.
if you are buying the kit, you do not need to purchase those separately.
Okay, so here we go. Aren't you guys excited? I just can't stand it. All right, so here are some of the products that Barbara Black said you might want to consider going. You can cherry pick them because maybe you already have this or you have this, or you can just get the whole thing and call it a day. So what's in here?
Okay, so first, I have to keep it under the thing.
Just like on the TV show.
Glue stick, fabric glue stick for all this applique, and Barbara said we need refills also. I guess there are many pieces, so that way you're not limited. You're not running out of glue in the middle of the night.
And by the way, she did do finished applique. You can do fused applique, but this kit is for finished applique.
And,
Correct?
Yes, and I believe the instructions cover the instructions do it as finished applique.
Okay.
But of course, you can do fused.
Of course. Yeah.
Glue based it also for the applique. I'm gonna. Is
You
that
gotta-
upside down?
Yeah,
That's
it's just
upside
exactly
down.
how you do
Sorry.
it. Yeah, no worries.
Glue based it.
Will we post kit to the UK? Yes, Katie, we will, but it's going to cost. I'm going to tell you right now that somebody was asking from Canada, and I believe it was like $50 to Canada.
That sounds about right. That's what it usually is.
How
each
about
year.
overseas? How about like to the UK?
Probably. I think it's usually 60 or 70.
Yeah, so just know you're going to have to pay for it.
Yeah.
It makes me crazy.
But the other thing to know is that because of COVID, we are not able to ship to all countries. Not all countries' postal
Australia,
service will
I think, is
accept orders from the U.S. And that is not because of any COVID concerns that they think the packages are going to have COVID on them. It's that they're short postal workers and they can't process those packages. So they said only packages from within this country.
So check that out
Yeah.
wherever you live.
Yeah, so just be aware of that.
Yeah.
All right. Clover bias tape maker. This is for making stems, the stems of the flowers that go in the vases. Neutral threads. We went with neutral threads.
Which I got to go pack 50 today.
As you might imagine, that was the best choice rather than sending you 85 different threads.
Right.
But if you really want matching threads,
This is it.
yeah. If you want to really match those threads for applique, this is what you need to get. This is not included in the accessory kit, but it's a great thing if you do applique anyway. It's always a good thing.
It's an 80 weight poly that plays like silk.
Yes, and
Quilter
it just
Select.
disappears into your applique, and you will never find yourself without the appropriate color.
Okay.
Okay, perfect circles.
Karen
This
K.
quilt has a lot of little circles on it. This makes them easy. And these circles, you're not going to be able to see, but these circles come in a wide. There are many different sizes. All of the different size circles you see on the front, that's about how many sizes are in there.
And not one of each, more than that.
No, I think there are a few of each.
Yeah.
Yes. And they also come with they have a hole in the middle of the circle, and they have a ring to put them on, so you won't lose them, because I would lose those otherwise.
In a second.
Yeah. Print and piece fuse light. This is for the applique on the quilt.
If you're doing finished.
Yes,
Why 2 packages?
because Barbara said we needed 2.
Okay.
That's why.
Do what Barbara says.
And Barbara knows, because Barbara has made it.
Right. And Helen said that there's 4 of each of these. You guys, you keep us honest here. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. Okay, so anything else? Oh, how much is it?
Oh, the important thing. Okay, the quilt kit is $259, and the add-on kit is $87. And I know that may seem like a lot, but it has everything that you need, and they are basically priced as they're priced in general, in
Yeah.
the store. So it's not. I think it's a little less than if you were to buy them separately.
Now, don't kill me, or Suzanne might. Orders over 100.
Oh yes. Orders over 100 get free shipping.
In the
Always.
U.S.
Yes, in the
In the
US.
US.
Yes, and that's always
Yeah.
in our store.
Yeah,
Orders
yeah.
over 100 get free shipping. So
Yeah.
your kit automatically, if you're in the US, ships for free. If you are using your own fabrics to make the quilt and you want the accessory kit, which is a great idea for anybody using their own fabrics. It just has all the little things that are going to be kind of a pain to go around and find. If you add on just a little bit, $13 more, and you could buy.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, you could easily trust us. You can
That's
find
easy.
something for $13 in our store. Lots of good stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay, so let me go into over here. And where do you find this stuff on the site? And I've got to come back to what Rochelle sent me at the end. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the front page, and you can see that arrow goes to projects. Mary Kay did this for me. I mean, look at that on the right-hand side, how beautiful that is. Kristen, that must make you so happy.
It really did. When I took all the fabrics out and laid them out to photograph them, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
It's so good. So you go to projects, and then it's going to take you here. And this top banner that says Garden Party is a rotating banner. So just take a beat, it'll get you there. And or something else you may not know is that these are breadcrumbs across the top. All right. So you go to learn and then you go to the category, which is block of the month. And then it's 2022 Garden Party Down Under. Click there. And you will find out when you get there that you can go and download the pattern. Well, you can't download the patterns yet, but you can, that starts January 1st. You can get the information that you need. Let's say if you want to do it on your own. Plus, I believe Mary Kay said we've put some shows in that you might want to watch as backup dancers to help you with this experience. And then you download it. Okay. So if you want to do it on your own, that's where you're going to get the intro and the fabric requirements. And Rachel Clark, tell us about your bracelets.
Oh,
Let me get rid of this. Hey, Rachel. Gosh, it's good to see you. Okay, here, let's look.
okay.
We're all, Rachel wears stuff like this all the time.
These bracelets are from a designer named Roxanne Asselin. I'm probably slaughtering the pronunciation of her last name. She is the mother of the clothing designer Rosie Asselin, and she just does all little things like this. Her last name is spelled, I believe, Assoulin. They are metal tiles.
What?
And they're painted with enamel, and they're stretchy. And
Are they expensive?
It depends on how you define expensive.
Okay.
No.
Compared to block of the month.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have to.
I'm thinking. You know what? These bracelets, I think, were probably less than the block of the month for all the bracelets.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's all.
Depends on what kind of jewelry you usually wear.
Right,
How
exactly.
expensive you think it is.
Exactly. Here, I got to show my bracelet. I got this from outside the market
that's
up at the cabin.
pretty.
$30.
Hey,
I know.
there you go.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, so that's what you need to know. Again, Barbara Black is going to be shepherding you through this whole thing as she has done in the past.
Yes.
Thank you. We love you. I don't think I mean, if there's a tricky thing on this, she will help you through it.
Yeah. And
You know?
I don't think there really is.
Mm-mm.
I don't believe there are any unusual, tricky, techniques that you wouldn't have seen before. or anything
Well,
like
I
that.
think the one thing on the border there, that is applique.
Yes.
So,
Yes. But if you don't want to applique the border, Barbara will be showing you how to do it pieced also. So you
she's
have
the
that
best.
option.
She's the
Yeah.
best. Okay. And so on Friday, Barbara Black is going to be wrapping up this year's BOM color my
Can you
world.
believe it already?
This
I
is
can't
coming
believe
so
we're already
fast.
there.
I know. And we're seeing them on social media, and that's
Uh-huh.
very exciting. And then Saturday, tell us about Saturday, because you work with Dee very closely.
Yes, Saturday, Dee started a new project, not this past Saturday because it was Thanksgiving weekend, the weekend before. It is a quilt called Spreading Joy, and we have in the kit the store, we have in the kit the store.
That's right.
We have the kit for it in our store, but we only have 2 left. We also have the pattern for this quilt, and it is a quilt with a white background, snowflakes, small snowflakes. Well, actually, they're stars, but in the purpose of the quilt, we'll call them snowflakes. Trees, and then in the middle of the quilt it says joy, and it's a great project because you could take pieces of it and you could make like a table runner or a pillow, even if you don't want to make the whole quilt. So if you
No, we have to purchase the pattern, right? I mean, that's not a giveaway, right?
that is correct. The pattern does have to be purchased. Yeah, so
It's called copyright.
Yes, but they designers like to be paid for their work.
I don't know
What
that's
are they
about.
thinking?
Right. Okay, so anything else that is pertinent? I think we've covered it.
I think we've covered everything. I guess, funny little story. If you got our email this morning with the quilt in it, the pictures of the quilt, we took some pictures of the quilt at a nursery local to us, and you may notice that in some of the pictures, it looks a little like tannish. That is because I took those pictures. It was during a wildfire when I took them, and it was smoky. We did not have the fire here. It was far away from us, but the smoke came in. So it's just a little bit yellow tinged, and I did correct them to a degree, but it's kind of it's
How
sort of an
weird.
interesting story. Yeah, it was a little
Yeah,
weird,
it's weird, yeah.
looking back at them. I was
Right.
like, wow, yeah.
Okay, and so then I'll be back Monday, and we're finally going to start the make it your own way embroidery. Now, Rochelle sent me this that she found in her stuff, and it was her mother's. And look at that, 35 cents. And her
So
mother,
cool.
it's so cool. And her mother left her 2 needles. And her mom tried to teach her how to do embroidery, but alas, she didn't meet her mom's expectations. So we're going to do it. I will say this on Monday, we'll talk about piecing the background, facing the fabric, and then get you thinking about how you want to approach your piece. It's going to be your own piece. And have an extra, Rochelle, have an extra piece of fabric you can just practice on. So as soon as you sit down, you're not like, ah, you know.
Yeah.
So please that. And Sue, you have that pamphlet? I know. And okay, how much is the pattern only for this, which you'll get monthly as a download, is the price of being a member. $49 a year. For D's, I'm putting you on the spot.
I believe that the pattern for these is $10.
Okay. Is it a
I
download?
could be wrong. No, it is not a download.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's $10.
Okay. And I'm going to say this, you guys, as we get going with embroidery, I have a million books. This one came with your little kit, but there's a ton of little guides out there. This is a fun book. But if you say want to go to the library and grab some books or something like that, one book does not have it all, just saying. It just doesn't. And so behind this quilt, I have that many books because I just love it so much. But we're going to do easy stitches. So, okay, here we go. Out to work to stuff kits.
Yay! I know, but
Oh, yeah.
that's good.
It is all
fun
good.
to do it all together.
Yeah, and I will see you Monday. Barbara will see you Friday, and Dee will see you Saturday. And Kristen, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you
Again.
for having me.
We're gonna do this. Yeah.
Yay!
Oh wait, I think I have. Wait, hold on. Let's just see how stupid I can be. I can be stupid real easy. Here we go. Bye-bye, you guys. Oh, and I want to show you one last thing. My granddaughter could care less about quilting. She walked in and saw this quilt and almost had a heart attack. And the first thing she asked was, well, what's your favorite part? And she said hers was the center. There you go.
She's
My
so cute.
first
she has
grade.
good taste.
Yeah, she has really good
Yeah,
taste.
excellent taste.
Okay. Bye-bye, you guys. Have a good one.